just blessed Venkat with an antique Ashirwad giving instrument so that he can shoot amazing videos for Lost and Found. Hi people, welcome to Lost and Found. And I'm Atul, we have Venkat behind the camera and we are out again shooting yet another interesting story for you people. And today, we're gonna take you inside a time machine, which is gonna take you way back into the past. You really wish that was possible, don't you? Well, it is. Okay, so we are at this man's house, which happens to be a museum of antiques. Or you could say that we are at a museum of antiques, which happens to be a man's house. His name is Yenugu Krishnamurthy. He's about 80 years and he's been collecting antiques for over 60 years now from different cultures from all over. Okay, he calls these antiques cultural antiques because these are antiques which were used by people in the past. It's passed a lot of hands, a lot of generations and somehow landed where he is. And he's filled up his house with antiques to an extent that he did not have space to keep any of the modern stuff anymore. So he had to just chuck all the modern stuff out or give it away to people or whatever. But then this guy lives in a different time zone altogether. So his house is a time machine. So let's get in. So yeah, let's enter. And YK Antiques. This is the name of the house or the museum. I don't know what to call it. Once you're inside, you figure it out what you want to call it. Let's go. By the way, this door itself is 150 years old. It is from his village, Kakinada. And look at the doorbell system. Even the doorbell is antique. Hi, sir.
Hi. Hi, Atul. So what a surprise. Come.
How are you?
Right, come. Nice to see you.
Same here, sir. Tell us the story of this door first, sir. What is it about this door?
Yeah, this door I got it from my village.
Okay.
Okay, this itself is 180 years old.
Your village is in Kakinada,
Yeah,
right?
that is. So, village name is Someswaram.
Someswaram.
It is near Kakinada. It is in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay.
Yeah. This has, it's a single piece. It's very difficult to get a single piece of wood of this size. Okay. You should take from a big trunk.
Okay.
So that is a single piece, and these are all handmade. All these rivets.
Like the entire locking system and everything.
Yeah. And these are all handmade.
Okay.
And when you close the door,
Okay.
you see the whole thing. It's only two pieces. There are no other joint anywhere. And the way it is closed is there is a. This is a lock.
Okay, and there's another
Then
chain.
again there is a chain that goes with this.
Wow, foolproof.
Yeah, and this is actually what it goes into the wall actually.
Okay.
In the olden days, the wall used to be that thick.
Right.
So the whole this frame will get into the wall to percent.
How did you source this?
This is from my own house, my village.
Okay.
So what I did was that is a 120 years old house. It's collapsing. So I have taken the main door and some of the other items and brought it here and I fitted in this. So now I have a feeling I am living in my old house. Though the item, though I am in Hyderabad and there is a concrete thing, but at least some part of it is my own village house.
Yeah, you've created, that's what I told people that, you know, you've created a different time zone for yourself.
Yes, that's right.
A different space. Wow.
Yeah.
So this is 60 years of collection.
Yes.
How did it all start? When did it start?
So actually, we started collecting whenever I see some nice item.
No, but then the beginning, like the first antique.
You say the formal collection, if I have to say, that actually started with a very small but funny incidents.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the incident?
That is, you see, my first job was at Chennai. I was living in Chennai. My mother is living in my village, Someswaram.
Okay.
So one day we thought we'll bring her also to Chennai. She can live with us. So I went there, asked her to pack up her things. And we were about to start. I saw she packed 4 brass vessels.
Brass vessels.
Brass vessels. I told her, what for this? We have our kitchen at Chennai with the gas stove and pressure cookers, all latest gadgetry. Then we don't require. No, I'm used to this, let me carry.
Okay.
I said, not necessary. Then, no, she said, okay, in case Ramana is not able to, Ramana is the name of my wife.
Okay.
In case Ramana is not able to cook, if I have to cook, I am not comfortable with pressure cooker and all that. So I'm comfortable with this, so I will cook on this. I said, okay, to please her. When, instead of having an argument, I said, okay, come. So we don't know where to keep it in Chennai, that kitchen they don't fit in there. So I kept it in a sitting room like this.
Okay.
Okay, where people sit. So whenever visitors come, when I got the first visitor after the vessels have come, they saw the vessel, oh, brass vessels. My grandmother used to cook, food in this. Food used to be so tasty, and she started telling her village life.
So whoever saw it felt connected with it instantly.
Yeah. Instantly she got.
And it reminded them of their story or their experience with.
Their experience. Then suddenly she went nostalgic, talking about her old days in village life and all that. I thought it is something. I thought maybe she'd get a bit excited, seeing the whole thing. But it so happened when I got my second visitor to the house, the moment they saw, they also said, oh, you have brass vessels, sir. My grandmother used to cook in that food.
So whoever came, they saw the vessel and they're like, my grandmother.
And that village life nostalgia. I said, it is fantastic.
Okay, it is touching people, it's doing something.
The moment they come, it is breaking the ice, it is starting the conversation.
Correct.
And it is taking them to a nostalgic journey of olden days.
And nostalgia is such a beautiful feeling, right?
Yeah. So normally we don't talk about our grandfathers and grandmothers in our daily life, unless there is a special reference to that.
Right. Okay. Sometimes we find an old picture or sometimes.
I said they are doing a wonderful job. Okay, let them be there. So I started adding one by one. The more I add, people used to comment more, then I used to get encouraged.
So basically, it all started with your mother.
Yes.
That's what sparked it.
You said it correct. That's how it all started. That is actually a formal collection. Consciously, I started collecting. Yes,
after that,
I should add one by one because people liking it. Okay, imagine a situation 150 years back.
Okay.
We don't have pressure cookers.
Right.
Okay, how they used to cook, how used to cook rice, how used to cook dal, how used to make sambar, how used to make rasam, how they used to put their curds to set. This is my inquiry. This is where they started collecting it. I said, how they lived 150 years. Curiosity. Then I started actually, when I see that, actually this is the item where rice is cooked. This is called a rice cooker.
Oh.
Rice is cooked in this. You see the edges here, when rice is cooked, normally they take away ganji out of it. That is starch.
Correct.
Yeah, this is designed for that, easy flow.
Correct.
Okay. Then that ganji is taken with this plate. There are holes in that.
Correct.
So that, when the rice water is taken, from the holes it will come, from down it will come. So this is how I collected, how is rice made. Then the rice, before putting in the boiling water, it has to be cleaned first. So this is the item, called rice cleaner. You put rice into this and put water and do that. From all the holes, the water with the fine dust.
Rice will remain inside and the water and the dust will come out. Yeah.
So when it is it will be hanged for some time, because the rice has to be soaked for half an hour before putting into that. So to get flowering.
Correct.
Okay, so this is hanged for some time, then that is done. Okay. So then when you drain the ganji, you need some vessel, this is the vessel they use to drain the ganji.
Oh.
Okay, this is called ganji ginni.
Ganji ginni.
Ginni means
vessel.
Take the ganji. Like this. Can you imagine, now we have only one pressure cooker, one item, like a cake, the rice comes. But in those days, to one rice, there are 4 vessels.
It was a process.
Yeah, this is how rice is to be cooked. So this is how I wanted to get really how they lived, the kind of thing. That's a perfect way of cooking a rice. Sambar and pulusulu, all they are cooked in the stone vessel. This is the stone vessel. See, this is what shows a kind of a culture, the way they live, the way they cook, the way they eat. This is also a stone vessel. This is to for a larger one, kind of thing.
So what is that thing? So that trumpet-like thing that is so.
This one?
Yeah.
This trumpet. This trumpet actually normally the trumpets gives nice sound, but this trumpet gives harsh sound. This is how when it is assembled. But when you carry, what you do is
you dismantle it.
Put into this. Then there is a thing like that.
Okay, that's how you carry it. And when you want to play it, you connect both the pieces.
Yeah, you can.
Join both the pieces. How old is this trumpet and which culture is it from?
This will be. This is usually around 120 years.
120 years.
Yeah.
And from which culture, sir?
This is how. Which?
Culture, like.
Culture, no?
Yeah.
This is from Nepal.
Nepal?
Yeah. See what happened Nepal and all these Kulu Valley in those days, there are a lot of small deities, they go on procession.
Correct.
So when they go on procession, what they do, the ambience should be clean.
Correct.
So first they carry a torch.
Correct.
An oil torch. Then with that heat, the air is insects and all that.
They purify the air.
They purify the air and go. Then they comes, then this comes. So they blow this.
Right.
Okay, this will give a very harsh sound.
Okay.
It is unlike the other trumpets. Harsh sound means for that harshness, all the evil spirits will go away.
Oh.
So the ambience is kept again.
It will create positive vibrations.
Positive vibrations, and then the deity comes.
So evil spirits go away, the air is purified, and then the deity comes.
That's right. If you see this.
Okay, that's how it's done. Wow, it's powerful. Okay, I'll try it one last time. Like this, right?
Yeah, that's good. You keep trying at one stage you get it. That's it.
So yeah, everything in this house is antique, right? And yeah, like trying to blow that trumpet, even my lungs feel like they are pretty antique. But yeah, some practice and I think I'll get there. Okay. Yeah, and yeah. So even this bed is antique. The furniture that you see is antique. Everything is, I don't know, some incredible story, some legend behind every little thing in this room, in this house. All you've got to do is just come here, pick something and ask, and you'll know. Wow. I don't even know what some of these things are, what the purpose is. Okay, this also seems like some musical instrument only. Right? It's a musical instrument, right? Like this? Okay. Let's introduce Sneha now. Sneha is YK sir's neighbor, and she's also digitally cataloging the entire collection, like clicking pictures, giving it its modern name, finding out what its indigenous name is, and then where was it sourced, when was it sourced, and what is its purpose in the ancient culture and all that. Yeah, Sneha, what is that thing that you just picked, that duck?
It's a pandan.
It's a pandan?
Yeah.
Okay.
1 second, I'll just open it.
Wow. Amazing.
And then this.
The peacock?
Yeah. 1 second. This is for the leaf.
Yeah. Wow. It's amazing to have such things in your neighborhood, right, Sneha?
Yeah, it is.
So when you come here, you get transported to a different world,
Actually, yeah.
different time, different space.
In this modern technology, people just forget about the past items and all culture even. So after coming here, I started looking for it and started learning more about these items, which I didn't even know more.
Okay, and you were telling us about some collapsible glass. What is that collapsible glass?
Here it is. This is the collapsible glass, which is easy to travel. I can just collapse it and
Put it anywhere, even in your pocket.
Yeah, for traveling.
And then when
Easy
you're drinking
transportable.
water or whatever,
Yeah.
just open it up again, drink it, and then collapse it again.
Water will spill it out even.
It's beautiful. And the wash basin you were talking about, what is that?
This is a mobile wash basin where in olden days people used to sit down and eat. So these two things were carried forward to the person who is sitting down, and the person who is down will wash their hands over here and the other person will give the water.
Oh,
Yeah.
so even washing hands was like such a beautiful practice. And it took two beautiful tools to do it, like this jug of water and this basin. And you could basically carry it anywhere with you.
Easy transportable. After this get fills, they throw the water out and throw the rice, something or the other country.
Yeah, clean the filter and then... Nice.
These all are the bhajanas they do.
Okay.
Normally, it's a this one.
Narayana.
And what do they call this?
Chidatalu.
Chirtan.
Okay, this is called Chirutalu.
Chidatalu, yes.
Chirutalu, and this is how you hold it.
That is
Like
that is
this.
Telugu.
Like this.
Chidatalu, yeah.
Okay. And how old is this?
This usually 90.
90 years old. Okay, this is that thing
Yeah.
that does the Narayan. Narayan. Okay, nice.
So
Chirutalu.
now you know the concept how old it is. It is as old as Narada.
Yes,
Huh?
as old as Narada.
Narada.
Yeah, and this is like a nutcracker.
Nutcrackers, yes.
Tell us about this.
This is, you see, this is in the shape of a parrot.
Okay.
Okay, parrot shape.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Parrot with this, the fulcrum is made as like an eye. Yes.
The fulcrum is made like an eye, and this is a beak.
And there is a beak. And of course, you put a nut in this and then you touch it.
And there is more than one metal in this, no?
In this is brass. Then the one they cutting the knife is...
The blade is iron.
The blade is iron.
And the holder is brass.
Holder is brass.
Okay, there's one more here.
There is
Okay,
one more,
this,
yeah.
This one.
This has...
This has
This
this
has
little
three
silver
metals.
beads also.
This has three metals. I can hold this.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
So this has of course, the knife. The blade is iron. Invariably, for all nutcrackers, the blade
is iron,
because
yeah.
it has to cut hard, So everything like that. This is the handles to feel better, the soft touch.
Correct.
So this is brass.
Correct.
And of course, the decorative part is with the silver bells.
So, matlab, even in like a simple thing like a nutcracker, they've put so much thought
So much of thought.
and so much quality
So
that
much.
it's lasted for so many years and can still
Correct.
function.
You see, for them, life is beautiful. You see, life is always celebration. So why use some ordinary thing and do something that we can enjoy?
So even the
with
mundane task has
the
to be
mundane
performed
task
with something.
Also is so beautifully it is done with experience, with with vibrations, because all the metals bring vibrations.
So then, what do you think happened today, sir? Like what went wrong?
Today, what is their use and throw? For use and throw, naturally you have plastic or some stainless steel or some aluminum, that's all. Because they're all cheap.
Sir, you told us that you have this stylus from the 8th century. Can we see that?
Oh, that one. Come here. So this is that stylus.
Or you can call it a pen.
Yeah, this is called ghantam. Ghantam in Sanskrit. Ghantam. Ghatam. Ghantam.
Ghatam.
Tan.
Ta.
Ghantam.
Okay.
This is made out of special alloy iron.
Correct.
And it is the fringes, the decoration is given with silver.
Wow.
This is a silver cap on the top. This is a silver embellishments are there.
This is basically an instrument for writing, right?
This is a basic instrument. This is how it is written. These are all the leaves. No?
Right.
This is how it is.
And these leaves are from where?
The palm leaves.
They
come from the palm tree.
Okay.
They take it out, then they soak it in water, they season it for some time, they cut it for the size and they use it. Once it is ready, they use it. In those days, there used to be a separate trade. People used to cut this and sell it in bundles. The people who are writers, they buy those bundles and they...
So all the writing basically used to happen on...
Well, yes. Till 600 years before, everything is like that. Paper is invented 600 years before.
So before that, everything was written on palm leaves only.
Yeah, that is 600 means 14th century, till 14th century.
And written with ghantam.
Ghantam, yeah. This is a kind of a...
This is the nib.
Yeah. It is written with this end. You put the writing the style is a bit different. Here what you do is you because you have to make a groove.
Correct.
It is not something like a ink flowing on the top of a paper. No, it is not. You have to make a groove in the leaf. So you have to press first. Then to give a shape, the thumb is used to give that shape like this. This is to press it hard for right hand, and the groove is the thumb gives the shape of the letter. This goes like this. Once you write like this, the leaf moves like that. In our traditional way, the pen is steady, the paper is steady, the pen
moves.
Here the pen is steady
and the paper moves. Oh.
Because the thumb is involved. Thumb is the one that gives the shape.
Okay.
So but the thumb has to hold the leaf also.
Correct.
And this is how it is done.
And this box basically belongs to this.
Yeah, this is also a very old box.
It's a whole kit.
Yeah. This is normally the later version. There will be different kit for this. I don't have that.
Okay.
But this is for the second version.
Okay. And where did you acquire this, sir?
This I got it from Delhi. This particular.
But it doesn't like belong to the ancient Delhi culture or something?
This is a recent one. This is
no, I'm talking about this.
This one, no. Oh, this I got it from the south.
Okay.
This is, Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
This is 8th century. It's very rare to get these pieces. This is another version. This is people commonly used version. This is ebony wood. This looks
ebony
like
wood.
This looks like iron almost all, so beautifully.
Yeah, the finish is like iron, but it's actually ebony wood, and this is basically just what, a pocket knife.
Yeah, this is also a writer. This is a knife to give shape to this.
Okay, this also is a part of the writing kit.
And this is the writing instrument. You write like this.
Oh.
So that one I was told, those who are a bit higher ups, they use it. With silver and other things. This is the common people, they use this, they write like this.
So you just all you have to do is you have to open the blade and clean the palm leaf with this blade.
Correct.
And then close it and then dip this part in the ink and then write.
Ink, no.
Then what, natural dyes at that time?
There is no dye, This is
directly inscribing on paper, okay.
You directly have to write it on the leaf, Directly you have to leaf. Once you write in the leaf, to see it properly, some charcoal powder is put it on that, rubbed on that. Then you
So they'll
can
first
see.
inscribe with this tool directly on the leaf.
Correct.
And to
make
see
impression.
the script, you have to rub some charcoal powder.
Charcoal powder.
And dust it off, and then you can
without
see.
charcoal powder, it looks like this. You see, this is without charcoal powder. Just an impression is made. Once you put charcoal powder, it takes this black shape. You can read it properly.
Wow. Wow.
So this is the later version where ink is ink pot. This is a brass ink pot. This ink is poured into that.
Oh, one second. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
This is the ancient ink pot. See how beautiful this is. Wow. I think even people with no interest in poetry, if they use like tools like this, they'll end up writing something beautiful just because the tools are beautiful. I have a feeling. Wow. Amazing.
And this is the ink writing pen. You can nib.
Correct.
So you dip into that and then you can write it. This is also another ink pot.
This is an ink pot?
This is.
Wow.
So it is chained so that the lid is not missed in the process.
Correct.
This is a smaller version. This
Something
is a larger version.
Inscribed on it, but I can't read it.
In those days, the people make exclusively for a person. Their name also is inscribed here.
This is an ink pot. From which culture do you think this is, sir? This looks like very Tibetan or very northeastern.
This is pagoda culture.
Pagoda culture.
Pagoda, Burmese pagoda.
Oh, Burmese culture.
Pagoda. You see, in those days, at one stage, Burma is part of India.
Right.
The borders of it. And the Tamil kings, they went all over up to Indonesia. Particularly the Chola period. So all they have the trade relations with Burma, Malaysia, Singapore,
Right.
All those countries, they used to trade, they used to go often. So they used to exchange of culture. When they see something pakoda in different shape, the artisan used to come, you make it on that. They can make it on a temple also, that is very common because you see temple everywhere. That's how they made this in the pagoda shape.
Beautiful.
In those days, artisans, they want to experiment with new ideas, new things.
Acha, you make your idlis in that, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Whoa. Nice.
This is my.
Right. Coffee filter. The designs of the modern ones are also like based on this design only, but then I don't think they're so durable. I don't think they'll last so many years.
But the taste varies. When you take the brass decoction, then what you take in the stainless steel makes.
And like these little grooves that you have on,
they're
all hand hammered, right?
They're all handmade.
Nice.
So that is and this is where I do my masala. Do that, and some grinding is done in the stone.
Nice. And what are you making for us right now, sir?
Huh?
What are you making for us right now?
Tea. We are making tea for you.
Tea made in an antique vessel. Ooh. So sir is making chai for us. We'll have that chai, have a little more chat. So you made your teapot also out of an antique vessel.
Yes.
I think you just had to put that glass on
you
top.
can keep it there. Yeah. It is meant to be that.
Biscuit bhi antique plate mein kha rahe hain bhai. Socho. We are having biscuits also from an antique plate.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
These the cups are clay cups from Brahmaputra river clay. They came from Manipur.
Acha, I thought this is one of those Fab India things. No, this is also antique.
Yeah, yes.
And
not antique. They made it, but they are all made with clay, river clay.
And the clay has come from Brahmaputra river.
Clay. Yeah. And because to make it hard and thin, what they did is some granite stone. They made powder. Powder they mixed into the clay, and then they made it. And this for the handle, what you find is that this is bamboo.
Right. So what is the purpose of this, like winding some bamboo on the handle? Just aesthetics?
This gives a grip. You see those grooves in between?
Right.
Grooves will give you a grip.
Okay.
Otherwise it might slip.
Cheers, Venkat.
Yeah, cheers.
Sadly, you don't enjoy an amazing thing like chai, but it's all right. There are some people like you in this world. Nice. And this chair that you're sitting on, even that seems like antique.
Yeah, this is
obviously.
Yeah, this is called George Fifth chair.
The George Fifth chair.
Yeah, this kind of design comes during the period of George Fifth. They are all called period furniture. Yeah, each one is identified as per the period.
So this sofa that I'm sitting on,
and of course this is a Portuguese design.
Portuguese design.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got this from a Portuguese couple from Goa. Long back there.
Again.
Yeah.
From the
so
source.
they of course they are in very dilapidated condition. They kept it in their garage.
Okay.
So I happened to go there and I saw them. I said I will take this. I said they will be very happy to give it away. Then I got it to Bombay. At the time I was in Mumbai. So I got to Bombay. Then I took 1 week off. I told I got one carpenter who can sit with me. So we assembled the whole thing properly. Got finished it the way I thought originally it should have looked like.
So
okay, then selected a cloth accordingly to that period. Otherwise nowadays you get modern design. You can't put an antique piece with a modern design cloth, you know.
So to restore, you have to do a lot of research.
You have to create that whole thing. So I have to select a kind of a.
So then you research, mostly the source of research is what photographs. Like you'll have to go to Google and say Portuguese ancient furniture,
yes.
And then it'll.
Yeah, of course. Now I compare with now if you do Google search and all that, you will find the period furniture, the kind of cloth and all that. But when I got it, at that time there was no Google.
Right.
There was no Google. It is only my imagination or what I read in my
what
books,
kind of color would have gone with it.
What I read in the books. I used to refer encyclopedia. Britannica Encyclopedia. That was the Google at that time.
This is one fun fact that when he got all these antiques or stumbled upon them or sourced them or collected them to restore them, there was no Google. Okay. He used his imagination from the books he read or from Britannica Encyclopedia. That was the Google of that time. And yeah, this is the result. And it's amazing. It's fascinating. Like when you now look at this furniture, you're like, of course, the polish would have been in this color only. The cloth would have been in this color only. Like to recreate it.
Yeah. This kind of a design is very typical, like resembling a crown, you know.
Right.
This and with these embossed flowers.
Very royal.
These are all very typical of George V design.
So George V, I'm assuming it's coming from London, England.
Yeah.
Right?
Correct. Britain. Yeah. You see, so now if you search, there are certain fabric even now, furniture fabric available, which resembles the antique kind of thing. But you have to go because most of the designers and all the some people are very particular of that, antique collectors. So, but they're very costly. They make leather, so we have to hunt for it. That's it.
और ये क्या है सर ये? And it's got like nice little throne also.
Yeah, as I told you, antiques also look good when the setting also is antique. So I got one antique shelf-like thing, is a flexible shelf.
Wow.
With trinklets hang to this with a natural dye design. It is a natural dye. It's not a Asian paints.
It's a natural dye.
Yeah.
So
this is rosewood.
आर्टिफैक्ट रखने के लिए जो छोटा चीज बनाया है वो भी एक आर्टिफैक्ट है.
Artifact, that's right. Then only you have that natural look. Suppose I keep it in a modern the IKEA furniture, it doesn't look that good. No.
And what
The
is this?
authenticity. See, this is the oil kettle.
Oil kettle.
Oil kettle to replace oil in a diya.
अच्छा सर, एलिफेंट से याद आया, योर नेम इज येनुगु कृष्णमूर्ति.
Correct.
And I'm thinking that Yenugu means elephant only.
Yes, it's elephant.
So what is the legend behind that?
See, my grandfather told me. I asked the same question to my grandfather. I asked,
That why is our surname Yenugu?
How did we get our name? What does the Yenugu means? What he told me was, our ancestor served a king.
Okay.
Okay, and his name is Lakshmana Kavi. He is a poet in one king's palace.
Okay.
Okay, then
Your ancestor.
Ancestors. So maybe his surname may be different at that time.
Okay.
But one day, because to honor him, because he did some work to honor him, the king put him on an elephant and went on a procession along the village.
Oh.
In the town.
So then people started addressing him.
Correct. Like his name is Lakshman Kavi. So that Lakshman Kavi, Yenugu, who went to...
That Yenugu Lakshman...
Yenugu, so at one stage his name became Yenugu Lakshman.
And that's how you got the surname.
From the next generation onward, that Yenugu passed on.
Nice. Sir, chai thanda ho jayega, pee liye.
Yeah.
Oil kettle.
Okay.
Like what is this?
So this is called Samavar.
Samavar.
Samavar is used to make tea. See,
Okay.
in countries like Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Syria, Turkey, and other Central Asian countries, they make tea in this. Actually, they make it a kind of a tea ceremony when they have, because they are sometimes in the winter they are very cold. So they sit in a carpet. This will be in the center of the carpet. They sit around. They feel warm. Then
So
they
it's
sip
making
tea.
chai also. It's
They
giving them warmth also.
Yeah, they drink warm tea. Then chit chat. Most of them they enjoy their
So
life.
how does it work? So tell us the operation of it.
This basically it's a water boiler. This is a cap. So this is a water tank.
Okay.
The water is stored in this.
Okay. Outside the cylinder.
And this is the fireplace.
This is where they put the coal.
Coal. You put the coal in this.
Okay. So water goes here. Coal goes
Water
here.
goes. So this boiler gets hot. Then that is passed on to the surrounding water. So that's why water gets heated up. Then hot water is taken from this. So once this is the items is closed and put a cap on that.
Okay. And this little...
And this comes on the top of it. So when the tea leaves are kept in this,
Okay.
and hot water is taken from this tap.
So what
This
happens
tap.
is, because of the warmth, the tea leaves also get moist.
This is that later. First, initially tea leaves are kept here. The
hot water is
kept
poured
in
inside
this.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
Then they kept it here. Then after putting the lid, then this is kept on the
This
top
is...
of it.
Acha. After
So
adding...
for the slow fire, it gets brewed nicely.
Okay.
So after 10-15 minutes after brewing, then you put it into they take it in the small cups.
Okay.
Small dose.
And they have it many
milk.
times.
They don't add milk.
milk and they take it many times.
They are correct. They add milk. The small cups they take it hot as it is. And so this set as it is, they will come with comes with a tray. And this bowl is to keep the charcoal. Suppose once charcoal is over, you have to refill it.
Correct.
So they take charcoal and refill it.
So ladies and gentlemen, friends and fellow countrymen, this is called Samavar. It gives tea and warmth at the same time. All you have to do is just call some loved ones and make a round circle. That's it.
Correct.
Preferably in winter season.
Winter. No, anytime the tea is...
Like, look at this tap. And I'm sure this still functions. You can, it'll still make tea.
You can make this. People still make tea in this. But now you get electric some hours.
Yeah.
But this is the old charcoal type, old one.
और ये आपने किधर source किया sir? Where did you source this?
I purchased this in Iraq. Their Hanging Gardens, Babylon.
Oh.
There is a shop outside the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. Okay. So I got from Iraq. I was in Iraq for 3 years. So some work.
Okay, let's put it back.
So this is right from the source.
Right from the source.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
These are the. That's okay.
So sir, like, did you buy most of the stuff? Did you bump into most of the stuff, or it just appeared in front of you when you started becoming more passionate about it? What happened? Like, this whole universe theory happened, that when you think about something you attracted. What happened?
See, this antique collection is something with a difficult job.
It is.
Yeah, it is there, because and there's one simpler way is, if you have money, you can just walk into some of the antique shops which you will find in Delhi and some of these areas.
Right.
Normally you don't find. Go and buy. But that is very, very expensive. They're all meant for the US tourists and all that.
For the NRI tourists.
Yeah, NRI. You just can't buy. You can't have a museum buying for antiques from antique shops.
Yeah.
Definitely not. And one thing, another thing is, and there is no thrill in this. It is like entering to any mall and buy a kind of a consumer product and put it in a bag and
spend a lot of cash, buy things and make a museum like this.
There's nothing like that.
But there's no story.
Anybody who has money can do it.
Correct.
But getting it from the source is the real antique collector's dream. You know, because there you get thrill. Okay, locate where it is. Then you can talk to them, you know, what for they used it, what's the story behind that, how long it is with them, how they got it first. So the whole entire story you get it only from a user.
Sir, ये क्या है? किसी को ऐसा मर्डर करने के लिए?
Guess what it could be?
Sir, from the looks of it, it looks like a weapon only, a beautiful weapon with lots of craft. But yeah, a weapon like.
No, it's not a weapon.
Then what is it?
So this is called Ankusham.
Ankusham.
This is the one we use to guide elephants.
To guide elephants?
Yeah. How do you drive elephants? How do you tell the elephant you go in a particular way, or you do this, you do that? How do you tell her?
So how does this do the job?
Yeah, it's a normal elephants what we see either in circus or some temple processions.
Correct.
Or the, because they're all well tamed. The Mavati can tell you if we use some signal, so it will go in a particular direction. Imagine a war situation. A war, you know, the elephants are used in a war to do
and
that.
Too many elephants.
Too many elephants, and there will be thousands of soldiers, things, a lot of noise, some trumpet somewhere and all that. But you have to tell the elephant to run or to jump on something. How do you tell the elephant? Do quickly you have to communicate. Your voice won't hear, it won't be able to do that.
So then,
apart from the voice, you should tell her. So this Ankusham is used for, they will be trained with the Ankusham. Say for example, it has 3 touch points. One here, and one here.
Correct.
Okay. This is bit rough touch point.
A rough touch point, okay.
It is bit rough. It's a rounded.
Okay, it also has an elephant.
The elephant head, correct. As I told you, all are made with all artistic thing. It can be just be a blunt thing, but it has to be.
Okay, so this is the rough touch point.
This is a rough kind of a thing, and this is semi-rough.
Semi-rough.
Okay, this is very highly pointed.
Okay.
This is whatever thing is. They will be trained. Say for example, if I do like this, because a blunt thing, the mountie will sit on elephant neck like this.
Correct.
So you will hold it like this.
So every mounter has an ankush.
Ankush, everywhere a mounter. Particularly in a war, it is a must. This is the only way you can communicate.
In a war scenario, every elephant mounter used to carry an ankush.
Yeah, it's a must.
Okay.
So he will sit on the neck of that thing like that, the elephant trunk and all that be there.
Yeah.
So then, so he will use this. Suppose he has to just walk only, normal walk, something like that. So this is the blunt only, It will give a mild touch.
Mild touch means chalo.
Keep walking, keep going. Suppose he want to go faster. So next one is this is slightly blunter. He will give a touch like this.
So the elephant gets a signal. Okay, now I have to go faster.
I have to go faster, anything like that. Suppose in a war situation, some other horse or somebody else is coming. He wanted you to go and attack it. Then he will use this one here on the head, like
the more pointed one.
The more pointed that. Then the moment he gets to that, it will jump and go and attack. It will attack.
Wow.
So this is how this is the.
No, but then what I'm thinking is, sir.
Yeah.
Amazing the way it functions. The purpose is like. But then they could have just designed it like in a very simple, sada fashion. Why did they have to put so much art in this? See, it's a tool to basically help the elephant understand what the message is.
You see, maybe for most of the antiques, okay, there is 3 principles involved.
3 principles.
Which I observed. The first, they should serve the purpose. Okay, beautifully well, they should serve the purpose. Number 2 is there should be art in that. There should be aesthetics. When you look at it, you should be pleased. It should be an apple to the eye. You feel like using it. Then so there is a lot of art goes into that. Even in the normal thing also there is an art. The third thing is it should go on to at least 2 or 3 generations. It is made study. Once you make it, it should at least serve 2 or 3 generations.
Okay.
It is solid. These are the 3 basic criterions. Any object made 100 years before. Okay. This is a major criterion. You take any object. Say for example, I will tell you. This is a simple device to grate coconut.
Coconut grater.
Coconut grater. Okay. And you see, this is a thing where you can sit. Say for example, you can sit like, put it like this and sit comfortably like this. And you can keep chatting with your mother, sisters, brother, keep chatting, keep doing like this. So it doesn't, it's so convenient. You not have to, presently now we have to stand somewhere, plug into the electrical kettle like that, turn on the switch, brrr, it will come, it's over.
So they made a plank
but
also.
There is a plank, sit आराम से बैठो,
chit chat करो, बातचीत करो और coconut grate
keep
करो.
doing it, chatting with the rhythm of your talk, you keep also doing it.
Yeah, but then
it will automatically fall into this. Okay, one thing like that. And this is a wooden plank, solid plank. They scooped out of this to make a plate.
Correct.
And they made a nice thing to sit on that.
And again, the whole thing is made with one piece of.
Even this is to come, you see, it is made like a serpent.
Like a serpent.
Hood, serpent coming and hood. Why? As I told you, there should be art into that. Everything. It's functional, it will. The functionally it does, I think. Apart from that, there should be art into that.
And this whole.
And this comes from a Padmam design. This also comes out. You see, there's a lotus design all over. There are 3 more lotus design. And you see the parrots here, parrots here.
And this is just a simple coconut grater.
Just a coconut grater. And it's solid, it is not 3 generations, 10 generations it will serve. This wood is so seasoned, no insects can bite it. This must be at least 150 years old, which I have. So this is what I meant when you say an item should be studied and it should serve 3 or 4 generations, which it does, and it should do its function well. It does very function. It's a sharp teeth, function well, and it should be beautiful to look. There should be art into that, plenty of art.
So 3 basic principles of anything. It should serve the purpose, it should look beautiful, and it should serve through generations.
Yes.
And today it's the exact opposite.
It
looks very bland.
Use and throw.
It looks very bland. It is not durable, and it barely serves the purpose because as soon as you buy it, an upgrade comes, and then you're like, oh shit, I want the new one.
Yeah.
Consumerism is swallowing us.
And there is always a warranty. Warranty is for 6 months. And most probably it will conk out
Before the warranty.
4 months. It should be other way. You put that into that hole. The left side there is a hole, you know.
Oh, okay, in the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, there are like innumerable things here, countless things, and each thing has its own legend, its own beautiful story, its own place of belonging. But you know, it's amazing how all these things have come together in this one house, and it's called YK Antiques. It's there on Google, and if you're in Hyderabad and Secunderabad, you can Google it, YK Antiques, and it'll give you a phone number. You can call, get an appointment, and you can come visit and just enjoy this trip. And I am personally feeling very sad that all these beautiful things are not part of our everyday lives anymore, and we have to come to a museum to actually experience this kind of a nostalgia, which is so heartwarming. But then that's what our reality is. But yeah, I'm glad we still have places like these and people like YK sir who are collecting these things for people like us to feel connected with our roots again, you know. Nice.
So this, now I feel this classical revival is coming back. Now people want to go to the traditional way of life, traditional way of cooking food, traditional recipes. Most of the five-star hotels now, they are hunting for traditional recipes because they found it there very, very enchanting. Okay, so that's what I thought I will collect some of these old vessels with us, which give a peep into the lifestyle of the elder generations. So that's how I have my collection here, and I want the younger generation to preserve these, appreciate them, try to keep our culture alive.
Lost and found.
Lost and found.
I'm not gonna give up on this. I'm gonna keep coming back to YK Antiques Museum, which is also his home. And I'm gonna take this trumpet and practice the hell out of it until I can make some audible sound out of it, which is not irritating, which doesn't sound like an elephant is farting, like Venkat said. And yeah, you can come by too and practice this and do a lot of other things and just get lost in this world basically. I mean, why would you want to not do that? I mean, come on!